Hey everybody, today I'm back with another video, and today I kind of wanted to make a video similar to one I made a few days ago. And that video was talking about shield health and Mar Rivals, and whether, shield health is getting a little bit too on the bad side, or is it just fine? It was this conversation starter pretty much for anyone that sees the video, for the community. And for that video, I'm still waiting for just process my thoughts, because I did get a big response to that video, or at least more than I thought I would. And to me, honestly, that really means a lot because I just like when people are in active, respectful conversation with each other. And I feel like with a game like Mar Rivals, where you only necessarily learn about people's takes under a negative light, be it like, tier list video or like bait posts online, like on Twitter or even YouTube still. I feel like we don't, as a community, we don't really exchange thoughts and opinions under a more neutral or respectful light. And I don't know, I think I might make this sort of like a video series where I talk about certain prominent topics, and then the audience, the fan base, the community will give their take on it. And from there, I'll make a follow-up video and essentially boil down what several people in the comments, or multiple people in the comments, are saying, their POVs, their takes. But the response I got from the shield health topic video was a lot more than I thought, and honestly, it really meant a lot to me because it got, not only because it got so much more of a response than I thought, but people were giving their takes in a respectful, sort of, neutral way. And like I said, with this game and how people are giving their thoughts under certain circumstances, be it usually negative lights, it was like a breath of fresh air that honestly I hope to make this sort of a series. I wouldn't know of a name. If you guys know a name, please let me know in the comments, and maybe this will be something for the long run. And I'll just get moving on to the actual video. I don't want to make this intro super long, so please bear with me. Sorry about that. So for today's video, it is very similar to the initial one that I posted, like I said, with the shield health, which I'm still waiting responses to accumulate. And for me, the sort of topic I wanted to bring in regards to Mar Rivals today was you get a lot of people that call other characters busted, broken. Like I've seen people say Mantis is busted. I've seen people say that characters like Namor are busted, Black Panther's busted, Spider-Man's busted. You can pretty much say that every character in the roster has been called busted at least once by, a person. And then people in response will be like, what are you smoking? Like, said character is not busted at all. Said character, in fact, needs buffs. Things like that. However, this isn't more so to chastise other people's opinions, whether I think that Magic is broken or, Wolverine is actually not broken at all, or, I'm just giving examples, by the way. I don't actually mean Wolverine is not broken, but you guys get the point. I more so want to know why you think a certain character is busted. Because oftentimes people will dismiss other people's opinions, especially when they're opinions that they don't personally agree with, or just opinions that you couldn't wrap your mind around. Like, for example, and again, this isn't, chastising people that actually do think this, but people thinking that characters like Rocket Raccoon are incredibly busted and whatnot. What I want to do is more so allow people to give a chance to voice their opinion on why certain characters are busted, right? Whether they be popular picks in terms of complaints or just very niche complaints about certain characters that don't really get complained about. Because at the end of the day, a complaint is a complaint, right? If somebody is complaining about a character, regardless of who they are, regardless of how many people are complaining about them, regardless if you think said character is a problem or not, I think every opinion counts and no opinion should be dismissed. At least no opinion that is not genuine, because for every character that you don't think is busted at all, some people are going to think they are busted, and it's sort of important to address everybody and take their thoughts and points of views in regards to this sort of game. Because given Mar Rivals is a complex game, hero shooters are usually complex games. There's a lot of variables and sort of cogs spinning around to get it working. But yeah, I guess to start off with my thoughts, in regards to who I think could be a little bit on the stronger side, there are various characters that are just strong, but if I could pick just one, and feel free to pick multiple in the comment section below, you guys can list however many characters you think are busted. But I think crawling problems or potential problems would be Hulk, Namor, and funny enough, Doctor Strange. So for Hulk, he's a crazy inker. Like ever since season 0, Hulk has had the craziest team up abilities. And in my opinion, Hulk gets, he has like a crazy cycle when it comes to his cooldowns. Granted, there's a lot of CC in the game, which that's a video I will make about another time. But I feel like Hulk could be a case where he hasn't been changed much, but everything else around him is changing. And that could lead to a potential sort of unintentional power creep from the character. Now, Namor is also sort of a follow-up to Hulk, where Namor honestly has been kind of getting more buffs than nerfs from what I remember. Like, again, a lot of Namor's team-ups are pretty deadly. And actually, you know what? I think I remember it. Yeah, he did get a buff where his projectile speed is a lot faster. So while he still has to lead his shots, the chances of you hitting them are a lot higher because they come faster at the enemies. And again, this is counting Namor with the Hulk team-up. I think it's super oppressive. That third turret, it's like the range is crazy, the damage is crazy, and it's a lot of pressure, especially when you're counting the other two turrets and Namor himself, not to mention, the rest of the team. Now, Doctor Strange, I've said before that Doctor Strange is in a weird spot. I don't think he's crazy good, but I don't think he's bad either. But I actually feel like him as a designed hero, like how his design is kind of flawed. And right now in this season, he did get a buff, so he's pretty good. It really helps out how much damage he's outputting. But what I'm worried about again is sort of this power creep to Doctor Strange, because we all remember how he was, when the game first came out. He would just nuke people left and right. It was actually crazy. Now, these are just my vague thoughts for these certain characters. I'll get into more of that in the follow-up video, but I want to know what you guys think is a busted character currently in the state of the game. Like, who are you guys, sort of weary-eyed on, suspicious about, not at the moment, but you're a little worried that they might get to a point where, okay, they are busted. Like, I've seen people say Captain America. I've seen people say Magic is in a, kind of great spot right now in regards to her as a character, but not so great in terms of who has to deal with her. There are several characters that got a lot of changes during the season 4 patch. Is Loki still busted? I know he got hit kind of hard with his nerf for season 4, but I've seen some people still have complaints about him. And yeah, it doesn't matter. Don't be embarrassed. Like, don't be embarrassed to say that, like, a very niche character is you think they're a problem. Just voice your opinions, let people know. If somebody's complaining about that, oh, they think maybe Rocket should not have 2 rocket bursts. Well, in general, that might be like, what are you talking about? I think it's still important to hear that person's point of view in regards to that, because it sort of gives you insight on, what causes people to think that. Because people just don't think things just to think things. There are certain causes and triggers to get people to think the way they are thinking about certain things. But yeah, again, this video is a little shorter. This is, again, like a precursor to a follow-up video where, I get all of you guys' comments and responses, and I read them and really go through them and sort of give my take on each one. Because the shield health one, it's still not doing that video just quite yet. I will do that in probably next coming days. I have gotten a huge positive response on it. A lot of dialogue going on, a lot of conversation, people replying to other people's posts. I like seeing that. And there are certain points of views that did open my eyes in regard to that topic. And I'm really looking forward to having the same thing happen with this topic. So yeah, I hope you guys like and share the video. Please, it really helps out a lot. Make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for the follow-up videos and many more after. Engage, converse with people, in the comment section below. Give your take. Just give your opinions. I think words and thoughts are things that are very important to the health of the game, and just the overall good state of a community is to, be open-minded and willing to discuss and just share your thoughts. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Please let me know again, share, like, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Please take care. Peace.